and today I'll be reviewing this romantic Christmas movie just dropped on Netflix. It's called Falling for Christmas, and this movie is starring, yes, Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, she's back after a long time, and this movie, it is directed by Janine Damian. And when I saw the first trailer for this movie, I was really excited to see this, that Lindsay Lohan, she's well and she's back at working for Netflix, which is really exciting, especially the things she went through in her life. It's really hard. And we all growing up watching Lindsay Lohan. She was in so many classic movies. She was really one of the rising young star. Then she fell off the griff, which was really sad. Now that she's back here in this movie, so I'm really excited for her, which makes me really hard for me to judge this movie, because like this movie, it is one of those movies, Christmas cheesy dialogues are like, ooh, what are they saying? But that's how these movies are goes. Who am I to judge them so harsh? But in this movie's case, this movie's director is like, he didn't put any effort. The way they met all this character in this movie, and the center actor Jake, he's like he's only been widow for 2 years. Why she's meet this woman and he falls for her right away? It was really very bad for plot wise, because you are trying to make us feel for this widow who lost his wife, and he just so that is I didn't like in this movie. But again, 2 years is enough or not, I don't know that. He does have a sweet daughter and mother-in-law, very nice mother-in-law in this movie. And of course, Lindsay Lohan, she plays in this movie this rich, I guess, hotel tycoon's daughter, and her dad wants her to take over his business, but she doesn't want to do that because she wants to do something for herself. Then of course she gets into this ski accident. Then she meets this widow named Jake, and then of course she I guess make a connection with him, although she doesn't remember anything beginning of this. But I don't get it. She just heard her name Ciara, and boom, she remembers everything in this movie, just like that. And I was like, oh man, this movie plot convenient is really, it's so bad. So again, I feel really sad saying all this thing, because I really want Lindsay Lohan to do good. So although she's only 36 years old, but in this movie she looks so old, because she went through so much stuff. Again, I feel really sad saying all this thing. I really like her in this movie. As I was saying, I'm a huge fan of her. I do want her to good, but this movie's plotline is so cheesy and so convenient. You're like, oh my god, like so many scenes. You're like, oh god. But still, I will say this movie started out, it was really bad. The first act. The second and the middle act is actually very interesting. Last act is a little bit not so good. The middle part of this movie is where I will say it's enjoyable. Once she lost her memory and she was trying to adjust there, I would say once she lost her memory and she's trying to grow as a person, that is those scenes in this movie, when she was trying her best to grow as a person here, and she was trying to learn all this thing. That is where I think I like this movie, like the middle part and the last act, and the last act, that's how it goes, I guess, bit by bit. In this movie, one scene, Jake, instead of taking his car, he took a sled, like Santa's sled with his horse to Lindsay Lohan's hotel. That didn't make any sense. Really, it's like, especially if you've been to snowing place, that's not how it goes. And again, it's ridiculous, some of the scene to make it cheesy. This movie is already cheesy. How much cheese you need to add? That is what you have to ask this director. And I don't know, still, as I was saying, I really like the middle part when she was trying to grow as a person. First act was bad. The third act isn't that bad, but yeah, this movie, the plot convenient didn't work for me. But that is my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to share my other reviews on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.